All right, so I'll start it off first. I got so much respect for Eric and the program he's building. I told him that before the game. I told him that after the game. They They're so much improved on defense. He's always done a phenomenal job offensively. We got the jobs at the same time, and it's hard when you're in the same league. But I root for Emo because he does it the right way, treats people the right way, and he's a darn good football coach and runs a really good football program. Really cool environment. Certainly made it a little bit more difficult in the first quarter, but really cool to play a meaningful conference football game in October. And shout out to him. I got a ton of respect for him and love him to death. So rooting for them the rest of the way out. The story of the game, really pretty simple. We were down 14-7. We had 3 turnovers in the first quarter. You have 3 turnovers in the first quarter, and it's going to be hard to beat anybody. But I'll give our kids a ton of credit. We go on a 28-0 run there to go up 42-21. We came out of the half just rocking 21 straight points, and that's offensive defense. Defensively, it caused 4 turnovers against a really good offense, against a really good quarterback that hadn't turned it over. I thought really intentional by what our guys practice like, by what our guys' mindset was going into the game. And I was really proud. 3 interceptions, Shu, Fred, and Jonas. Then we had a fumble recovery, Shu, on the touchdown. I was about as hot as I've been in my time here with his response and the lack of humility. And obviously that'll be addressed. It was already addressed. He's too good of a player, too good of a teammate, too much of a leader. That's a sign of really bad football teams, and that can't be us. And so that's on me as the head coach, apparently allowing it, but you won't ever see that again, and that's totally on me. I think as the half turned, for us to be able to go run the football the way we did, and then the third down conversions offensively were huge. Guys are happy, and they're as they should be. I think anytime you go on the road and get a conference win, it's really hard. It's really special. But I think what it sets up is an opportunity to go back home, rest tomorrow. We're going to get home really late or early, however you look at it. Rest tomorrow, and then go get ready for homecoming Saturday night. I think on national TV again. And be able to continue to showcase the identity of this program, the culture that they built. I give a lot of credit to our leadership and our seniors for continuing to just push through. And I told these guys the only part I'm disappointed with is the self-inflicted stuff, which is the turnovers, the absolutely dumbass penalty, things like that. When you're playing high-level football, are going to cost you. And the crazy thing is, for the last 2 weeks, it hasn't in terms of the wins and losses, but that's not the football program that we're running. That's not the culture that we built. And to be able to fix it has got to be the number one priority. We can't put the football on the ground offensively, but defense, 8 turnovers in the last 2 weeks. Again, a huge play on special teams, which has been the identity of our special teams unit. To get that turnover, create a short field that in turn was a touchdown. Just a lot of really good stuff. And I think when you pour into your process and you do things the right way, and you love on each other and you hold each other accountable, good things happen. And right now we're in a situation where good things are happening. So really proud of our guys. And again, a huge shout out to Eric and what he's built here. So hopefully we'll see him again at some point.
What do you think turned the game around? You trailed 21-14, and all of a sudden you got this gigantic run. I know it's a lot of things, but anything in particular that stands out in your mind?
Yeah, I think where we have changed, Joey, as a program, or I think where we've grown as a program is there's no here we go again moments. I think when you have a schedule like we've had, and I told these guys last night, we have done nothing easy up until this point in terms of as a program. We took took the bye week, and I said it to you guys. We had the hardest practice we've ever had. We took this week, and I think where you maybe pull back because you're right in the middle of the season. We've attacked. We've practiced really hard. So there's never a moment of, man, here we go again, because there's no here we go again. It's truly just what's the next play, and just keep playing the next play. And that's I don't even think that's coaching. I think it's a buy-in from the players, and I think it becomes player led. Like, there truly was no flinch. Like, I walked over to Byron, make sure he was good. He's just smiling, like, coach, call the next play. And whether it's fake or not, it's certainly you feel the energy and you feel the resilience. I think really good football teams can do that. And I think that's a result of their process, where it's like, man, look, we screwed that play up, but wait till you see the next one. And there's all sorts of guys making all sorts of plays. You saw Jeremiah Coburn today, man, step up in a huge way. Christian Neptune step up in a huge way. Fred Gaston, that dude was all over the place. Tavin Ward plays in the middle of the field most of the time. How many tackles? 14 tackles. Just different guys stepping up every week, and I think it is just a true next play mentality. Our job is to keep that thing going.
How much does it help kind of overcome early deafness when you have the physicality that you guys have built over the course of the last year or so?
Yeah, I don't know if it's got anything to do with overcoming a first quarter deficit as much as we rely on both sides on the fronts, and they're both veteran groups. I think when you could run the ball the way we were able to run it the last couple of weeks, I think 306 rushing yards. When you can settle in that way and allow your play action pass game to go, and I think we gave up 3 sacks, but again, it was in the first quarter. It's a missed ID on a protection, self-inflicted. And then there was that point where it just felt like we couldn't fold up. But for the most part, when you're able to run the football, you're able to throw it on time. And but it all starts with the run game and being able to physically impose your will like that. It certainly makes it easier.
What do you think of the crowd? So out here, pretty loud. What's your environment?
Like I said, my opening statement, I thought it was cool. That's how it should be. It's October. It's 2 really good football teams, and it's meaningful, and it's in the conference. It should be that way. And I know that's why I give Eric so much credit. It's his ability to what he's done up until this point to get an excitement going about football here again. It's awesome for him. But I did tell our guys last night that it was a sellout because the Bulls were in town.
Does Christian Neptune have a quarterback background, and how cool is it to have that in your back pocket and have it pay off like it did tonight?
Well, we do double throw guys tryouts in fall camp. That's my favorite post practice 9 activity, and there's a couple more in the back pocket there. Some guys that can do it. I think he finished second in that competition. So maybe something to think about here for the future. In all honesty, we've practiced it for a while, and I told Bear. He called me this afternoon after he got out of school. He always asked me what we got in the back pocket, and I told him that Christian was going to throw a touchdown. So I'm waiting to see. I don't know if Mom let him stay up or not, but hopefully it was early enough that he was still up. He's got a big tournament this weekend in Plant City, so yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully, it gave some inspiration to hit Dangers tomorrow.
Not the first time you've drawn up a trick play in the third quarter to kind of turn around the game this year. Is that something that you just feel like that's like one of your MOs, something you created to demoralize an opponent regularly?
I don't know if it's designed to demoralize somebody. You always have an and one off of things you've done, and if you feel like, man, bodies are coming down in the run game, gives you the ability to get it up. I mean, we've shown that picture a handful of times over the last couple of weeks in terms of the formation, and the right half he was in. A couple of things had to line up for it to happen, but that was off of a clock stoppage where we had him in the right half. And he's a righty. If he was ambidextrous, then maybe we would have gotten up earlier, but he's not. Or maybe he is. We'll find out.
5 seconds to go in the half. It's kind of a dicey situation. You decided to go for it. Was it an easy decision, or were you back and forth on it, or what were you thinking?
It helped when they put the extra second back on because with 4, I was really, really anxious to run a play, knowing that 4 was right at the break point that you weren't going to get it back. Now, when they went to 5, told Byram it's either up and down or it's at his feet to give us a second left, and worked out they were in cover 0. They didn't cover John. They blitzed both edges and they didn't cover it. Which was one for the good guys. We ended up with 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
That was the thought. If it was going to be at 4, I probably would have kicked it, to be honest with you. You had to get points there. You absolutely had to get points. But again, I thought we managed the clock well. And we had 2 timeouts going into that drive. I thought about burning one on defense. It shook out that we didn't have to in terms of the drive right before it. But I thought we used it well. And we had a plan there if it wasn't going to be able to get up the extra second help.
You invested obviously very heavily on your defensive line and defensive fronts. I mean, even in that first half where they're moving the ball, I mean, how much confidence do you have in that group that eventually they're going to get home into? How much did you guys prioritize that over the offseason?
Yeah, huge priority. You know, I think like any program, we totally understand that you win games in the trenches on both sides of the ball. We were fortunate we got a veteran group on the offensive side, but we needed to go get some help. We were really, really picky with who we went and got, and man, that's a neat group of dudes now. That's an unselfish group that saw Jacob Merrifield twice went down and was fighting us to get back in the game. It's a really, really cool group. KP does a good job with them, but the leadership from those guys has been incredible. They're unselfish, they're gritty, they're tough. We did some different things defensively today, presented some different pictures. You have to against an offense like that. And I thought they affected the quarterback a bunch. They collapsed the pocket. The sack number maybe didn't show up, but even that last pick, I know got reviewed for targeting that. I mean, man, talk about affecting a quarterback. I think we did that tonight.
What were the turnover conversations like after the Charlotte game? And I mean, we saw it again in the first quarter today. Well, if anything, is it kind of just readdressing the same thing this week, you think?
You know, we've made a giant emphasis of securing the football since the very first day. It's the base fundamental of playing. Is you have to secure the ball to score points. You don't have to get a shot. When I tell you it's something that's hammered home every day, it's hammered home every day. I'm not. I think if you kill the issue, I think you're going to make everybody a little bit anxious. That's just the truth. Just got to do what they're supposed to do, and we coach it about as hard as you could ever imagine. We're obviously in a little bit of a rut here with that. We'll get out of it. You can't play not to fall. It's like a good 3-point shooter. Can't stop shooting. You're eventually gonna hit them. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We got to continue to emphasize it, and we'll be in a good spot. Yeah. You know, Mac got dinged up there. Mac Harris, he was going to be able to go back in. We held him. I thought Rodney was playing really well, and we just kind of stayed with Rod there. Chaz Nimrod went down. We'll see what that looks like. I hope he's all right. Jacob Merrifield will be fine. I think that was about it. Sam's fine. He was going to be all right to go back in. Wanted to give Chase Garnett 2 carries 15 minutes down the road from his house. So, and Boyd, who did a great job.
As you say to Aaron, maybe another look.
Chase got a huge future. He'll be totally fine. I think we could have probably put it together there at the end, but nobody's recognized us for slowing it down. Joey,
Yeah.
Did we win the time?
No, you just missed it by about a minute. So you worked on that.
We will.
So I know you don't like the mistakes, but in your last 3 games, 63, 54, 63, you like the way the offense is trending here.
I love the way that we've created 8 turnovers in the last 2 weeks to create 8 extra possessions. I think when your offense is struggling, you could get the ball back in terms of the offense is turning it over and you get the ball back. It's absolutely huge to have 8 extra possessions. You should be scoring over 50 points. I think so. It's just as much of a compliment to our defense in terms of playing complementary football and our special teams. I mean, the muck punt gets you the ball in the short field. We scored on defense again. I mean, that's winning football. It's complementary football. But if you got 8 extra possessions plus scored on special teams last week, got to the field, I think we got it on the 20 whatever yard line. You should be scoring points like that.
Coach, yeah, return over there. How does it change your? Do you think, okay, well, I didn't want to have this many hits put on Byron, but maybe now I have to take another runners and win that stage? What? How does it change the game plan? You said the first one was protection breakdown. Back to the wrong side.
You got it. That's a really good question. I think when you fumble a football, the best thing you can do is put the young man right back in and let him go get it. Let him go get his confidence back. I'll be honest with you, we got so much confidence in all of these guys that touch the ball, or they wouldn't be there. And that's not coach talk; that's real talk. Yeah, in terms of running Byram, I'll be honest with you. There was a couple of design things. He pulled some today that I don't know that he needed to pull. We talked about that, but that's his game. That's how he feels comfortable. We're going to try to just get him to be the best version of him. Obviously, we're going to coach it like crazy, and we want the decisions to be right. We coach the decisions separate from the technical stuff in terms of quarterback play. But Byron running the football is always going to be a part of his game. It's going to be that way here. It's going to be that way at the next level too. That's what makes him so dynamic. It helps get extra guys in the box. It helps open up the pass game. But in terms of when you feel like you're in a rut, he's this entire season has created opportunities with his legs and has moved the chains and been huge for us.
Full skin having short yardage going, weapon going forward.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, right? Yeah, we've been working that for a little while too. So Cole takes a lot of pride in that goal line package. Last week it was Evan scored on it, and today it was him. It was awesome.
Take questions online. Go ahead, Chad. Calling people. Go ahead, Leo.
Take us through the play right before halftime when you scored. You line up, they take the timeout. Did you stay with the play or did you change it?
Leo, why do you always get me to try to tell you secrets about what we do?
Coach.
I got you. The picture was the same. I'll leave it there.
Coach, you scored 28 points in 3 minutes and 27 seconds. And it's complimentary football. How important is it to get that win on the road after you were behind?
Yeah, I think just the ability to be resilient, and like I said, I credit really all 3 sides of the ball. The ability to be resilient through being down. There was never a flinch on the sideline. Like you knew it was going to be a really good football game. That's a good football team. That's a really good offense with a really good quarterback, and that's a really good defense. I mean, defensively, that team is second in the country in turnovers, and like it's not week 2, it's week 6. So they've played a bunch of football too. Like you were going to have to be resilient, work through some downs. The part I'm pissed off about is the self-inflicted downs. It's not. It's the sack. It's the turnovers. The rest of it, in terms of how these guys respond and how they answer the bell, is really, really impressive. But that's player driven, 100% player driven, and it's a culture that certainly we've pushed, but that they've taken and run with, and I give our players the credit there.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you, Rio. Now you can go to take a nap, my guy.
Yes, go ahead. Thank God.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on another victory. Byron Brown is interesting. He can throw it around. He can run the ball. Can you just talk about this guy? And he's definitely a player, tremendous upside, interesting guy.
Yeah, he's certainly a really good quarterback. I think when you talk about upside, you're talking about a guy that hadn't done anything. This guy's one of the most prolific players in the history of our program. So he's certainly got a ton of room to continue to improve, as he would be the first to tell you. But I would tell you, you're seeing the best version of him right now.
Coach, you guys improved to 5-1. You're getting better every day in every game. Just talk about this team, what you see, what you like as you move forward.
Yeah, there's a lot to like. I think how we continue to just play the next play defensively, the resiliency of how this defense is playing down to down. I'm really proud of how this special teams unit has bought into. I think we've created a score or scored in 5 of the first 6 games. That's inspiring. And then offensively, we continue to be able to run the football and find different ways to run the football and create explosives. So there's a lot to like. There's also probably even more to clean up. And there's some communication things on defense we've got to clean up. There's certainly the turnovers are easy to point to, but there's so many little things, and you would say detail. Detail is an easy word to say, but the true detail. I think elite offenses get better week to week, and we've done some things that would tell you that we're not quite an elite up to this point. So that would be the standard on all 3 sides of the ball. I think humility is the absolute key in this whole thing, and that's the first 5 minutes of what we talked about. I think this level of humility you got to go prepare with is what makes elite teams elite. And I would tell you that we got to enjoy it. We got to get ourselves back and ready and healthy tomorrow. But on Sunday, we got to go in and as cliche as it sounds, figure out a way to go 1-0 next week. And the attention is positive. The people talking about really positive things is positive. The expectations in our locker room are way higher than what anybody could ever put on us. And I think the biggest thing is, how do we handle the attention? How do we handle the success? Because the last time we got it, wasn't handled awesome. So that's my job. That's our staff's job, is to make sure that our guys just put their head down and go to work. And if they've ever gotten a sign from me that there's any other way to go do this, then I would be lying to you that they ever, because they're not. We know one way, which is to work and with a very blue collar mentality, because nothing in this game is given. Just as much as we've gotten the opportunity to go win football games, you can earn an opportunity to get your butts beat pretty quick. And my job is to make sure that doesn't happen.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Go Bulls. Appreciate y'all being here.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll start with Kevin Moore, 14 tackle tonight. Any questions, Kev?
What was it like playing in a sold out environment here?
It was amazing, but it's nothing we've never done before. Going to Florida, going to Miami, we've been a part of those big crowds all season. So it was really nothing, just focusing on ourselves.
Is it something that you guys kind of take pride in, of silencing that Florida crowd and emptying the stands by the third quarter here?
Oh, for sure. We definitely take pride in it, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about what we do in the locker room. We try to keep it our brand of football, and the standard is the standard. So no matter who's out in the crowd, we just play our brand of football.
And what was the key to the game turning around? They had you 21-14, and then you went on this long run and put the game away. Why the game changed like it did?
I want to say in halftime, halftime we kind of like regrouped, we reset, and we just got back to playing how we always do. In the first half, we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. We had a few turnovers, few long drives down the field that led to touchdowns. We can't do that. We can't start off how we did every game.
What was the key to you having 14 tackles? That's pretty good number.
Yeah, it was. With those tackles, they're a good thing, but I'm more upset about the fact that they caught the ball in some of them. So, I have to make the tackle, but they shouldn't have caught the ball in the first place, So that's really what I'm focusing on now.
What is it about Mac and Jalen tonight? It was Jalen's night, where those two are just always around the ball and always just making these huge havoc plays.
That starts in practice. We call them 24/7 for a reason. They're always around the ball, no matter what play it is, where they're supposed to be. Like they're gonna find their way around the ball, and I feed off that energy. So, like going back to my tackles, I'm running for them. I can't fail them. So that's just how I feed my energy based off them.
Did you defensively kind of feel like this North Texas offense was really starting to feel you guys physically in that second half?
You said that again?
Yeah, like in that second half, did you feel like your physicality started to really bother North Texas?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's how we talk about that in the locker room. That's our right hand. Our right hand is big and it comes with running to the ball and hitting. That's what we're gonna do every game, no matter who we play. We're always gonna run and hit.
How big was the play by Fred Gaskin? You had scored on the touchdown by Christian, and then you picked the ball off.
Oh, that was a big play. Mainly because he was helping my dude. So Fred being there, kind of took a lot of stress off of me on another end breaker route that I've been messing up all game. So Fred being there kind of saved the day, and I wish we'd had more vision and follow me. He could have had a touchdown, but we'll focus on that later.
Any specific observations facing the North Texas quarterback, Drew Messmaker? What do you think he does really well in this game?
He looks comfortable back in the pocket. For somebody that hasn't played quarterback through high school and somebody that walked on at North Texas, he looks pretty comfortable doing the pocket. So just trying to get him off of that and get him out of the pocket and making stressful throws was our focus.
Evan, you have 5-1 now. Won with a lot of points for several straight weeks. What's your feeling just on where the team is going right now?
Of course, it's a great feeling always to win. We can't dwell on it too long. We can't get big headed. We have to stay kind of mellow and just move on. Next play mentality, next game mentality. Whoever we face next, we have to do the same thing over again and just keep it moving.
Chad, we're going to take a question on mine. Go ahead, James.
The defensive side of the ball, you guys are playing lights out. To talk a little bit about the type of football you guys are playing right now and why that's so important.
Right, I say it's like a love wins kind of thing. Like knowing that they're there and I can't fail them. So if everybody has that same mindset that we can't fail our brothers, it's really hard to give up on them.
In this particular victory, now you're 5-1, you're moving forward. You guys are winning a lot. Talk a little bit about the culture, and this is a winning program and a winning team, and you guys want to do some great things this year. What do you see?
Right, it's all a mindset. We have to come in the games expecting to win. We've kind of moved on from the being average, to like now taking the next step to being 5-1. Like it all started at the beginning of the season in summer, winter workouts, wherever you want to say it started at. But we kind of built that bond, built that brotherhood, that connection, and we knew what we wanted. So now we're just out to grab it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Fred Gaskin, big interception, 37-yard return.
How big was your play, Fred, at that time of the game?
Coming out of half, we knew we had to come out, start fast, and it was all up to the playmakers to make plays at that moment, and I was able to make that play and help out the team.
What were your impressions of their quarterback? He seemed to have some success early. What did you guys start doing better to let you get ahead of him?
He seemed very calm going into the game. He wasn't frustrated anyway, but it's taking a lot of corrections from the sideline, looking at looks, recognizing what it may run, just off of alignment before pre-snap, just making plays that way.
I think you should have scored him, really. It seemed like in the moment it was close, but everybody's giving a brief of that.
Yeah. They kind of gave me a hard time on the sideline about it. I did what I could. It would have been nice to score on the touchdown, maybe a little touchdown for the season, but I did what I could for it.
They got some 9 takeaways in the past few weeks. Just comment on what this trend has kind of felt like, just getting the ball solved.
Like Coach Teal has been reaping on us every week. We have a 3 turnover mark every game where we going into the game looking for turnovers, flying around, making plays, hitting people, making play. Ball goes in there, it's our ball. That's what he's been preaching for since fall camp. This ball goes in there, ball on the ground, go make plays, go hit.
When you came in tonight, you played an undefeated team on the road, beat them after being, having some tough first half moments. What does it mean to come away with a win here with all those things considered?
At I'd like to say about this team, going on the road hasn't really phased us at all. We all go to the same mentality. We actually feed off the crowd, like all the loud noise, all the extraness that we get. We got from Miami, Florida, like all the extraness we get, we feed off. When we go out, we already know what they expect coming to another team's home field. So that's just what we do.
How much has this team grown physically on defense from last year to this year?
I would say the physicality has always been there from last year to this year. Um, I would say just the playmaking ability and just the consistency level of us being physical and making plays when the ball goes in there.
Yeah, take questions on. Go ahead. Leo, go ahead.
This is 2 games in a row where you really are playing complementary football. Offense, defense, special teams. How important is that to get to the win?
Like Coach Golesh has been saying every week, dominating on all three sides of the ball. Offense making plays, defense taking the ball away, getting the ball back in the offense's hands, and special teams continue to dominate and create extra possessions for the offense.
Every time you turn important was it? And the big guy gets the score in the jumbo package. Was there a lot of excitement on the sideline when that happened?
It's always exciting when big guys get to make plays, get touchdowns, and do things of that sort.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Go ahead, James.
Hey, Fred, congratulations on that victory. Why is this team so good? What makes this team so good?
I'd say the love we have for one another, being able to go out and just run for one another, play hard for one another, knowing that if I do my job, the man next to me is going to do his job. We're all going to fly around and just play it as hard as we can for the man next to us.
And the momentum this victory can give you guys as you move forward 5-1. What can this do for you guys as you move forward?
Of course, it creates momentum, but we don't like to dwell on wins. It's all about next game mentality. Going out next game, continue to do the same thing. Going through weeks of practice, working hard, focus, just wiping this win. Of course, celebrate, but worry about the next game.
All right, Byron Brown, second straight game with five touchdowns.
Byron, could you speak about the end of the first half? You have 5 seconds to go. Kind of a dicey situation with the timing, the decision to go for the touchdown, and then kind of the look you got, and it seemed to work out perfect.
Oh, we had a great play call. They saw something that they liked, and we just went out there and executed. That's really all that was. Just everybody doing their job.
I know you weren't happy about the mistakes in the beginning. How'd you guys kind of pull out of that funk and get back in the game, take control of the game?
Just next play mentality. Things like that happen in football. Obviously not what you want. Just lack of focus, lack of detail by me. But play the next play, and then you keep swinging.
How much did you enjoy Cole's touchdown?
Oh, I enjoyed it greatly. I enjoyed it greatly. Yeah, he had to kick the door down Sally at the end of it, so enjoyed that a lot.
What was your evaluation on that chance throw?
Oh, perfect on the money.
Jeremiah's found the end zone a few times in the past few weeks. How's he broken out recently?
Koger, man, he's been the same guy since he stepped foot on campus. So just being able to see his see what he's like, the work that he's reaping, the benefits. It's great to see that out of the young guy. He continues to come in with the same mentality of work. I need to be better at this. I need to be better at that. But he's going to be really great in this offense, and I'm glad that he's with the force.
Rest how much space he got on that deep ball he threw in the third quarter.
Not impressed at all. Does it all the time.
I know you have some things you want to clean up with the last 3 games, 63 points, 54 points, 63 points. Are you happy with how this is trending offensively and your ability to put points on the board?
It should be more, mistakes and turnovers by me. But clean those up and should be more than 60, shouldn't be 70 plus every game.
How physical is this team playing right now?
Very physical. That's one of our identities. We're going to be physically tough, mentally tough, and I feel like that showed out there tonight.
Is there any comfort the fact that after 3 turnovers committed, you had that thing tied 14-14 in the early second quarter?
I mean, it's still surprising. You know, our defense does a great job of creating turnovers themselves and getting the ball back in our hands. So special teams as well. So just playing complementary football. I mean, allows you to be in games like that when everything's not going the way you want it. But then once everyone got settled down and settled into the game, it's just took off from there.
You're 5-1. That's actually halfway through the regular season of scheduled games. What do you like about the first half of this season with this team?
We've showed some growth here and there, and showed what this offense and what this team can be in the first half. But we still got a lot to clean up. Definitely going to hammer that this week and weeks to come.
Do you feel yourself when you're kind of taking over a game with your physical running? Like, you feel that defenses are feeling you?
Oh, for sure. You can just feel when our O line is feeling it. We were getting the D line pushed back 3 yards of pop, and we were springing 6, 8 yard runs. Just those guys up front, they've been tremendous for us, and them just leaning on opponents has been huge for our offense.
Questions online, Chad?
Leo, go ahead.
The turnovers in that, but importance for the psyche of this team. On the road you can come back from a deficit and win a game.
It's complementary football. We're defense picks us up, and we just go out and play the next play. That's really all that is.
When you look at the football game, just 2 games in a row where everybody's contributing, offense, defense, special teams. How nice is that?
That's Bulls football.
Amen, brother. Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead, James.
Hey, Byram, congratulations on the victory. Going into an environment like that where they're a good team, they're at home, what's it like to go in there and get one?
It's it's really just another game. We don't really focus on whatever they had 5-0 or whatever the record, whatever their fans were. It's just about us going in there, accomplishing what we had to accomplish and doing what we needed to do. So that's really it. Just playing our brand of football.
And talk a little bit about moving forward. You're 5-1. The next game up, next man up. What would you like to see going forward?
That's it's cool to be 5-1, but got to go get another one, and it'll be next Saturday, homecoming, and we're eager for that one. So looking forward to it, and I'll be better with the turnover. So shit like that.
Congratulations! Thank you.
Thanks so much.